How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about OCGN, Ocugen. So if you haven't heard already, this is a company that has the potential, has the ability, and we're hoping, because it'll be great to see it and it will be reflected in the stock price, to bring a COVID-19 vaccine to the US. Right now it's in India, and there's a lot of good things that are happening. They've been doing a lot of phases and a lot of trials. I'm going to be covering that in the news portion of the video and giving you guys my thoughts as well. But this is a play to really keep an eye on. I also want to emphasize the fact I'm going to be doing a technical analysis, and we're going to actually be looking at the history of this stock. I knew about this stock and I've played this stock in the past, but it was trading flat for a very long time, especially in that 25-cent area. It had a little bit of a bump getting into the 80-cent area, but I would have never imagined it would have gotten to where you see it now. So I'm a little bit having, I have a love-hate relationship with this stock because I'm just like, man. But congratulate to those who are actually a part of the run-up and they're doing well with it. But hey, I won't waste any more time. Let's get into the technical analysis. So let's get into it. So we can see right here, this is like literally where we started seeing a run-up and seeing a very, very strong move. Let me open up the chart so you guys can see this. So we have it here at $6.81 on February the 26th. Shout out to anybody who got back into this position. It has been running up because there is information in regards that they are working in regards to the COVID-19 vaccine, and it's called covaxin. But I'm going to go into those details in the news portion. But you can see right here on February the 26th, and the reason why I'm looking at it, because this is just last week, right? We can see a strong move from literally up to $11.93. 97 cents, let's call that. Didn't spend too much time up there, but almost just $12. You could have almost doubled your money literally in one day. But now we want to take a look at, okay, it got up to there. Where were the support levels at? So we take a look at the support levels, and I'm going down in after hours, as you can see, but then it ended up having a gap up, and when it gapped up, this ended up becoming a support level, as you can see, around 10.98, right? So we go into the open, and then it's getting dumped hard. So we see it gets dumped down here to $9.50, but here having this low here at $9.24, which it didn't spend too much time at. But let's take a look here. We can see here from March the 1st, this was actually a support level that was pretty much keeping it together. Not only do we see in the pre-market, but also in the beginning of regular trading hours on March the 2nd. So let's open it up so you guys can see this a little bit more. So we see there's a strong support here right at this it hit the low of 931, but look at this here, around 950. Very, very strong support. Anytime it tested this particular area, you can see it just kind of bounces back up. So now that we have today, this was literally happening in pre-market, and when I saw this, I was like, wow. So that's when the news dropped, and literally from, you could see here around $9.65, made a strong move to $14.06. Of course, considering what how the market conditions were, I'm going to open this up a little bit more. We had a strong sell-off, but it still did a fairly good job staying above the 21-day EMA. You can see it's just riding that trend fairly well. Even when it breaks it, it recovers very quickly, as you can see down here. You see it up here and then having that strong move that goes into the open, reaching $14. So if it would have passed $14.06, we definitely would have seen a strong move to around $14.10 and $14.20. But given how the conditions were, hey, you got to take what we can get. But we got to take a look and say, well, this stock ran up a lot, but it only ended up being being up on the day, 8.96%. In regards to overall volume, it was only around 180 million. So I'm not surprised that we weren't able to pass right over here. But let's take a look here. After this was passed, next resistance level came 1338. And then started getting sold off. So you can see from 10:50 a.m. coming all the way down to $10.49. Closing the day at $10.46. But what are we seeing here? At $10.50, this is becoming a support area. We can see it even in after hours, it seems to be bouncing off of this area fairly well. What I want to see, and to even for me to even consider getting into this trade, and I'm going to go into some more details right after to kind of let you guys know why this stock is a very risky play. But if you're thinking about building a position here, I would definitely start taking a look at this 1050 level and seeing what happens, see if it can bounce off of there, see if it falls below there. But I would be very, very careful. I just want to emphasize that to you guys. But I'm definitely want to see it hold down that $10.50 area. That's going to be very important because, like I said, this stock does have a track record of not being able to maintain its gains. So be careful, guys. Look out for this area, and if this area breaks, I definitely will definitely end up seeing. Don't be surprised if you see $9.61 or $9. Like you see this here, there's strong support in these particular areas. I'll even move it back out further for you guys. Like the 9 area seems to be a very, very strong area. So like if you're going to be setting up a stop loss, hey, that's an idea. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. But make sure you keep that stop loss pretty close, protect your gains, protect your profits, and so forth. All right, so we're going over this article on Yahoo Finance saying, is OCGN or Ocugen a stock to buy right now? This is what you need to know. So OCGN is a latecomer to the coronavirus stock party. But in true latecomer fashion, it has made a dazzling entrance. Shares are up year to date by 544% as investors have cheered on the biotech firm's endeavor to bring to the U.S. market another COVID-19 vaccine. Congratulations to those who held out. Like I said, I was in this stock a very, very long time ago, and it just traded flat for quite a while, and I didn't really get to make those kind of gains, but shout out to anyone who did. It's a risky proposition, especially considering the rollout has been gathering pace. And there are now 3 authorized vaccines and another most likely on the way. Is there still room for one of whose development is still some distance behind? So H.C. Wainwright's Sayampapur Ramakanth seems to think so. Sorry if I butchered the name. Ocugen has a deal with an India-based Bharat biotech to bring Bharat's COVID-19 vaccine covaxin to the U.S. market. The agreement stipulates OCGN, or Ocugen, I'm so used to saying OCGN, will upon itself the jobs of U.S. clinical development, getting the vaccine to regulatory approval, and all U.S. commercialization aspects for which it will get to keep 45% of any profits, which is huge. In India, the vaccine had already been granted emergency use authorization. Even before interim analysis of its phase 3 trial showed an efficacy rate of 81%. In fact, earlier this week, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was publicly given his first dose, following which he implied all eligible Indians to take the vaccine. This currently includes everyone in the 60-plus age group. So again, just taking a look at this. This is really good, and it's part of the reasons why we're seeing the movement in Ocugen right now. And also the belief in this vaccine and how good it potentially may be. We see the Prime Minister is taking it, and also in saying that everyone should take it, especially the older population who have weaker immune systems and so forth. So this shows that they're very confident, and they do believe in covaxin. Let's continue. So Ramakath believes Modi's vaccination and public announcement represents a major vote of confidence and thinks covaxin will most probably become the vaccine of choice in the world's second most populous country. So all good for India, but additionally, Ramakath thinks the latest developments could also strongly impact its chances of U.S. success. So let's just think about this for a second. If this drug ends up getting into the United States, not saying it's going to happen, but if it does, we can only imagine what OCGN or Ocugen stock will look like. Let's continue. We believe the latest news further boosts the likelihood of covaxin receiving approval in the U.S., the 5-star analyst is saying. All of which results in a serious upgrade to Ramakath's price target. The figure moves from $4.5 to $12. However, OCGN's latest surge means the current price is minus 2% higher than the analyst's revised target. Ramakat's rating remains a buy. The rest of the street is faced with a similar problem. The games have pushed the share price far beyond the $12 average price target. But as we can see when we did the analysis, it ended up closing the day at $10.46. Like I said, this is a stock well known for not keeping its gains well. Continue. Which sits slightly above the stock's current trading price with a total of 3 buys and 1 hold. The analyst consensus rates OCGN as a strong buy. So as you can see, they take a snippet here. This looks like it came from tip ranks. Yeah, it did come from tip ranks. So yeah, we got 3 buys, 1 hold, price target of $12. Right now it's at $10.46. And it's part of the reasons why I said this is a level to keep an eye on. And to be exact, it was at 1050 level, because if the stock does end up getting more news and there's more information that comes out that is positive, it will definitely end up revisiting that 14 area very quickly. And then if it does, please make sure you protect your profits. We saw what happened today. We've seen what happened in the past by looking at the charts and so forth. So please make sure you protect your profits. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. So taking into consideration what's going on with the news and everything that is going on, I still do believe in that price area that I gave you guys is an area where we need to see if there's actually solid support there coming tomorrow. It could definitely end up breaking that area and getting back down into that mid $9 to 50 to 60 cent range. That's definitely a possibility of happening, but just be aware of that area and pay attention to it. If it does a great job holding down this particular area, this level, then you could definitely see some moves going towards the upside. It's very bullish. COVID-19, we already know how stocks that have that association move already. It's going to be very quick, like the morning pop that happened today and so forth. So be very careful and make sure that you're protecting your profits. For a long term, I would definitely say sit on the sidelines for a little bit and watch it. Because like I said, this is a very volatile play regardless. For myself, I'm going to keep it on my watch list. I'm not making any positions as of yet, but I will keep you guys updated. We'll talk soon.